Alright, guys, so today we're gonna be reacting to Kevin Samuels. A six-figure woman says men aren't ready for relationships. This is direct from Kevin Samuels' YouTube channel. I'm gonna just leave the link down below. Make sure that you show some love, even though he's dead. You wanna make sure that his content is still alive. And remember, the more you engage in his own content, more people can see it. So we have a long streak with the single moms. We're gonna just give it a little bit or break with the single moms. Let's go with females that earn a lot of money. Let's go.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right. No.
Thank you.
Yeah. Rochelle, go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah, this is why when I did that broadcast about the kind of women high value men avoid. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Rochelle. How are you?
I'm fine. How are
Nice,
you?
Mike.
Good. What do you got for me?
Okay, so this is actually my first time listening to your show or watching your show. And I actually was having this conversation tonight with a friend of mine who sent me the link and everything. So I'm 38. And so I know you've had a lot of younger women on, but I'm 38. I am single. I have no children. So I know you were talking about when women get to that 40 plus range, it starts to go downhill. Luckily, I'm still fertile.
Dang, Kevin, you with the sugar, bro.
Because when you get my age, you start to see a fertility doctor and make sure you're good.
Right.
But I guess my question to you would be for women that are over the age of 35 or like myself, approaching, 40 in 2 years. It is very difficult out here to find men that are really ready to settle down and take things seriously. I've met plenty of guys that are really great, but then they have these insecurity issues, or they're just
Okay.
He did not waste your time playing that song.
Shorten it
Shorten
it up. You're 38 and
So-
you're ready to get married and you're good. But the problem is you can't seem to find a man that's ready to marry you.
I
In a
wouldn't
nutshell.
say necessarily ready to marry me, but ready to at least be on that path.
Do you want to be married?
I do.
How long should it take a man to marry a woman? How long should it take a man before he knows he wants to marry a woman?
I think that most men probably know within 6 months to a year.
So again, you want to be married. So you want to be on that path because you're 38. What city are you in?
I'm in Chicago.
All right. So when I talk about no man's land, danger zone, and all this other thing, I say it not to be pejorative. It's just the focus. Just because you're over 35 doesn't mean it's over. I know women that are that age. I've actually gone out with women that age. But it's different. It's different in the sense that what's the longest relationship you've ever had?
My longest relationship was 5 years.
How long ago was that? Hi, Jessica. Hi, Monique. I see you in there. 5 years. How long ago was that?
That was in 2017.
Wow, that's a couple of years.
2017. 5 years. It ended in 2017?
Yes.
So you were 2012, 2017. Were you guys in the same city?
Yes.
Why didn't you guys get married?
He was a serial cheater.
It's always a guy's fault. Always a guy's fault. Remember that, fellas.
And
Honestly,
you're one or year 5?
in year 3.
So why'd you stay?
Good question.
I think that
Just curious.
No, I understand. I think that I had to do a lot of self-reflection in order to understand that after the relationship. And it was a lot of...
Okay, that's fine. That's okay.
You're trying.
I've got 4 more people. I need to kind of get through this. And that's fine. You don't find, 3 years, people need to go through their process.
It's so funny to see Kevin in this demeanor. And this is, of course, before everything started, right? His demeanor is more template. It's fine, When you watch Kevin Samuels later video. He's like a like a samurai, man. He's just chopping people off and stuff like that. He's not playing games.
Get rid of somebody. I get it. How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Dress size.
What's my dress size?
Uh-huh.
Did you say my dress size?
Yes.
I'm a size 6 or 8.
Size 6 or 8. And how much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
I weigh myself every day, so I was 148 this morning.
Cool.
Okay.
Last question. If you had to give yourself a rating, just your face, fresh face right out of the shower, your natural hair, what would you give yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? And you cannot use 7.
Oh, I'm not going to use 7. I would give myself at least 8.95.
Okay. So
here we go.
Around here, Beyonce is roughly an 8. Kelly Rowland's roughly a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on the Kelly Rowland end of things.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Or your guy was cheating on you. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, folks.
In the last 3 years, how many men have you had seriously wanting to date you?
What is this? 2020? Well, I had just gotten out of that relationship in 2017, so I've been on
ago.
Right. But when you go through something like that, you got to take some time.
No, you don't.
No, you do. If you've been in abusive relationships, you do have to take.
Now we know what's the problem.
See, now this is not good. Okay, hold on now.
That's the problem right
Recognize.
there. See, now we know who she is. For people who don't understand is, remember when old folks used to say, like, don't judge a book by his cover? Right? Listen. He started just turning page 1, page 2. And already page 1, page 2, you have a different story from the cover of the book.
That's where you're at.
Listen.
That's your
I
one.
know I am.
I'm just, all right, okay, let me explain something. Okay. I'm nice to you if you're nice to me. I have no particular dog in the fight, but you can't talk over the host. The things
No, I'm not going to.
All right. So in the last 3 years, even after your detox from your relationship, what's the longest time you've dated anyone since your breakup?
3 months.
3 months. Had you guys gotten intimate?
Yes, we had.
Who ended it?
He did.
Do you happen to know why?
Yes. He was going through some personal issues that required therapy, so he said.
It doesn't sound. Something is missing here, folks.
I mean, I call bullshit. I don't know if people curse on your show, but I call BS on that. To me, it's like he just wanted to meet and he just wanted to screw. And then once he got what he wanted,
But you're 38 years old and you can have sex. You don't need to lie to you about it.
He doesn't have to lie to me about it. And I don't lie to other people about it.
So, who tends to end your relationships when you're since 2017? You or guys? Even in the casual dating. Okay. And you said you've gone through therapy?
Yes. I'm still going through it.
Right. And what were you diagnosed? What did your therapist or your counselor say?
Anxiety and depression.
Yep.
Wow. Yep. Sounds about right. Anxiety comes from knowing that your outcome is not what you expected. See? So her energy is so messed up that she's making a lot of mistakes. Depression, again, she's probably making a lot of money, or money is not what you thought was needed to just get a partner.
Yep. So is the issue really that men aren't necessarily ready for what you're ready for?
I don't think that that's necessarily that men are not necessarily ready. I mean, I think that I am taking this time now to process and heal the wounds that I have so that I'm also ready. But I've just noticed that I don't know if I necessarily agree that you just have to stop cold turkey with meeting people and dating while you're going through
I never said you had
therapy.
to stop cold turkey, man. But your relationship was over in 2017, right?
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Um, and if you're going into relationships, are you going into them just casually, just saying, "Hey, I'm still in process, so I just want to keep this, very light because I'm not looking to get married because I'm still got some things going on with me."
No, I don't get that personal, when I'm first meeting somebody.
Then I don't understand.
Why not? Why not? Why not showing what you can bring to the table?
What's the outcome that you want to achieve? You want to get married, and you've been in therapy for how long?
Just a month, not long.
Okay. I have to ask, if what you were saying happened was so traumatic, why did it take you 3 years before you two plus years before you started counseling?
I have a very public facing career, and I have
Okay.
moved quite a bit. In those 3 years, I've lived in 3 different cities.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that was also part of it. But now I'm having time to kind of reflect. And then my father died in September,
Okay.
so all of
All
that compounded
right.
is
So in
led to
three,
this.
so in three
Oh, she needs a therapist. She needs a
years.
therapist.
Okay. I'm going on what you said, that it was a traumatic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And having a public facing career, celebrity stars, people get counseling all the time. It would have been wiser to do it back then, so it wouldn't just be because you're only a month into it now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready,
Okay.
and I'm telling you, in the interaction I'm having with you, you're editing yourself right now, but I can feel what you're doing.
Interesting.
How am
And
I
so
editing myself?
Look, man, I'm good at what I do. I don't have thousands of people
You see how he doesn't answer the question? Fellas, pay attention.
watching me because I don't. But what I'm telling you, even if you're as attractive as you say you are,
Mm-hmm.
you will be difficult to date
Mm. Why?
because you're still broken.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go back and forth with me over certain things, and I'm like, man, 5 years. And if it hurt that much, that means between 2017 and last month, the guys that you've interacted with were getting pieces. So the problem isn't finding men who are ready to do whatever. Even if you met a perfect man, you're not whole enough to be a wife,
Good point.
which is what I talk about often on this show. Professional, attractive, successful women whose relationship skills are completely unfit for the things they say they want. And it's because we have such a stigma in the Black community about therapy. So we're the last people to go seek it. Then when we do go seek it, we don't want it to take as long as it does. And then the sad part is we start diagnosing everybody else when you're a novice in therapy.
See, it's basically the saying that goes, you have to look at yourself in the mirror before you judge others. This is basically what it is.
If you know you ultimately want to get married, the best thing to do is, when's the last time you saw your ex?
He came to my father's funeral, so in September.
Is he in the same city?
No.
Okay. And when you date now, well, I have to ask, how do you get your itch scratched? Do you have an itch scratcher?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Does he know does he know he's an itch scratcher?
Yes. Yeah.
And he's been scratching your itch for quite a while.
Are you talking about my ex or?
No, I'm talking about the guy you're having sex with.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Honestly, I thought you were actually talking about like a toy.
No. I mean a physical
No,
man.
I don't. No, I'm not intimate with anybody.
When was the last time you were intimate with someone?
Last month. What is this? November? Yeah, last month.
Okay, but all right, and that was okay. So you don't have a friend with benefit then who you can have sex with on a
I
consistent
mean,
basis.
I do, but they're just not in Chicago. But I do.
I'm trying to put this together, man. I'm kind of lost as well.
Okay, it sounds very chaotic, ma'am.
It's not chaotic.
Okay.
No, I think you're absolutely right when you talk about, being a whole woman and having broken pieces and things to fix, which is why I'm seeking the help. But my life is not chaotic.
I'm saying that, and say you okay. Choose whatever word it fits. It just doesn't sound very simple. If you have someone that you have as a friend with benefits, somebody to have sex with, but they're not in town. They're not in the
But I
same
don't
city.
need it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that serious to me. So that's why I don't think that that's a complicated part of my life, because it's not that necessary.
So sex is okay. So then why do you have a battery operated buddy if it's not that necessary?
I mean, the physical touch of a man is not that necessary for me to
Well,
have to fight
I don't understand. So why are you calling at the show? Why are you looking for help? What is the problem?
out to LA.
And thank you. And right there. Thank you. The physical touch of a man is not that necessary because you have a battery operated buddy. And see, that's the brokenness, which is the chaotic part.
What I'm saying is that I'm just not going to.
Just because, okay. All right. This could possibly get very messy. At the end of the day, ma'am, at 38 years old, the issue is not men. The issue is not men. The issue is not men. Especially men in Chicago. You're in an international city. There are plenty of marriageable men that are damn sure earning well, who are marriage minded. Excuse me?
I said there certainly are. I mean, I literally just moved here on Saturday.
Right.
So, okay, what's going on? Why you cannot close the deal? Why you can't close the deal?
So, but I will tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, if you're, what kind of income do you want your potential husband to make?
Honestly, I've never been that much of a stickler when it comes to that.
Give me a ballpark. Just ballpark.
I would say maybe $200,000.
$200,000. Do you care if he has kids or not?
Bro, this is the beginning. Remember, this is 2 years ago. This video. 200,000 for a 30-year-old female.
No, I mean,
okay.
At my age, I feel like men that I'm gonna meet that are older will likely have a
do you care
kid.
how tall he is?
I mean, as long as he's maybe 5'9" and up.
How tall are you?
5'5".
5'5". All right. What percentage of men in this country earn over $200,000?
I would say like 5 or 3.
Oh, geez. Well, if we're talking black men,
nope, just men. Period.
Just men.
I would say 5.
Maybe 6%.
Right. So, and men who are making that kind of money, 6% roughly, they, for the most part, are the cream of the crop of financial earners. They have their pick of the litter. So I asked the question I asked the question of you that I asked all women. Why would a man who's earning $200,000 plus, who can have any woman, want you?
Man, that was a great delivery for that question. That's a great salesman.
Well, I think that I would be coming in with also my own, 6-figure salary.
Don't give a shit about your money.
I know they don't, but I'm just saying I would be coming in with my own. So it's not like I'm coming to them with my money, but I know that I have
Rochelle, we don't
doesn't matter.
Care about your money or your careers or anything like that. I'm just being honest, ma'am. I get it. You have it. But it doesn't. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you, ladies, why this doesn't matter. Because you're not gonna. We don't have access to it anyway, and you ain't gonna be spending it on us. So your money
Why would
doesn't.
you say that?
Uh, okay. Do women in general? Who in general funds the relationship?
I would say men in general
Right.
fund the
Who's
relationship, but why would a woman not want to do for her man too?
The over
Well,
talking.
this is gonna be another problem, man. What is your vertical, your career path? You don't have to tell me the exact title.
I work in higher education.
All right. Women typically don't spend money on men.
Very
Period.
rare.
Point blank, end of sentence. I do very well for myself, and it's not a surprise. We laugh about how you can buy a Birkin bag over here, but they think they bought you a video game. It's something.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most you've ever spent on your man that's not a birthday, Christmas, or anniversary type gift, just on a Tuesday?
I actually, I spent, it was a Tumi bag that I bought for one of my exes, and it was like about $600.
$600. Then
yeah.
that ain't shit. I spent $600 at dinner. So I'm sorry, your 6-figure job and everything else don't mean shit to us, because your bag, the shoes that I bought you was $600. I could pull $600 worth of shit and throw it at this camera right now. I'm in New York City, and anyway, $600. That's what I mean. I say that, man, because when I say stuff, you ladies want to push back and like, well, I make it. It don't matter if we don't have access.
They basically become the guy that they are attracted to, and that's something that I noticed with these. They're so obsessed with these kind of men that they become those men.
I wasn't pushing back. I didn't even get a chance
I say, ladies
to
in general,
answer.
we don't have access. We don't have access to your money. We don't have access to your money, and we're not going to be able to spend it, and that's fine. So, what else do you bring? What else? Like you said, why would he want you? And you were going to, outside of your money and your accomplishments, what else do you bring to the table?
I think that for me, I think that I'm a very, very supportive woman when it comes to, I know in my past relationships, when it comes to their dreams and their goals, I know that I am able to speak life into them. I'm extremely submissive in a sense. I actually, sometimes when you're in these senior roles as a woman and you're like this dominant figure all day long, it's nice to come home and be able to just be submissive. Being submissive helps me to.
Imagine being a guy and telling your woman, "Hey, I'm very masculine outside, but when I'm home, I'm very feminine." Right? Right. Exactly. That's the reaction of someone that's always in my masculine frame, hearing to this. You cannot switch here, feminine to masculine, whenever you want. You can't do that. That's not how things work. You actually, what you're doing is confusing your mental health. No wonder she's in depressing anxiety or whatever.
Relax, honestly, in relationships.
So your 5-year relationship, did you live with him?
Yes, I did.
And he out earned you?
No, I out-earned him.
Say again?
No, I out-earned him.
Okay. Substantially?
Yes.
Okay.
Did he go to college?
Did he or did I?
Did he?
No.
And where'd you graduate from?
Johns Hopkins.
You need to book 5 sessions.
Damn.
I'm gonna leave it right here, man, because you go. My website is bykevinsamuels.com. I don't want to do this right here.
It's deeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's deeper.
In